Welcome to GSN. I'm your host, Rich, but still ugly. In today's news, a leaked intelligence report from the People's Liberation Army of China discloses a new military strategy that specifically targets U.S. troops. According to the translated report, the Chinese military believes that this catch-all tactic will significantly hinder U.S. military capabilities. The strategy includes assaulting the U.S. military's personnel both online and on the battlefield by intentionally not using a service member's pronouns or affirming their gender identity as a form of psychological warfare. U.S. military officials continue to assert, however, that the military is still fully capable of performing its mission regardless of this new enemy offensive tactic. In response, a spokesperson from the Pentagon revealed the implementation of a counter-tactic to this new Chinese strategy. Research and development is currently underway for tactical, easy-deploy safe spaces to help shelter soldiers on the battlefield from criticism. Each one apparently ensuring a Wi-Fi hotspot to be able to upload directly to social media even while under fire. However, the developer has not commented on the safe space's ability to repel bullets and explosives. Speculation from an inside source shows that the military's focus may have less emphasis on the physical threats, and so funding is being pushed more towards the emotional threats. And now we go to our economic analyst, Harry Ascrack, for a special report. Harry, where can our viewers look forward to?
Rich, as you know, we've got gas over $3 on a national average, eggs and other goods have shot up in price, the dollar just isn't where it once used to be. However, in some parts of the country, we are seeing how politicians are implementing policy changes that make it easier to afford items by not charging shoplifters with theft. This way they can easily acquire necessities that they need, like $200 shoes, the latest iPhone, and Gucci brand apparel, of course. Now, we can't 100% confirm this has anything to do with the recent drop in the price of retail stocks, so places like Walmart, Target, and Walgreens are being sold off a lot faster than a Krispy Kreme outside of a police precinct. And on the more beneficial side of the news, we're seeing how companies that offer language courses specifically are seeing quite a sharp increase in their stock value. In fact, I just received word that the company Rosetta Stone is seeing such a huge rise in their stock value, most likely associated with the high demand for their Mandarin Chinese course. Now, this happened literally exactly after your most recent story there, Rich, but I can't imagine it has anything to do with that. I'd find it very strange if there was any sort of correlation. So, in the meantime, we'll continue to keep an eye out on things and report back to our viewers for what they can do with their money and hopefully find themselves in a better state of being. Back to you, Rich.
Very interesting. Thank you, Harry. Well, after a year of fighting, the war in Ukraine has hit a bit of a standstill. Thanks to our foreign correspondent, Pete Innermouth, we now have an exclusive interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin explaining how things came to be. Let's watch. So, Mr. President, we continue to see atrocities being committed by Russian soldiers in the Ukraine against civilians, leading many in the UN Civil Rights Council to label these as human rights offenses. So, what do you have to say to all that?
Ключевым вопросом обеспечения безопасности самой России. Начну с того, о чем говорил в своем обращении от 21 февраля текущего года. Речь о том, что вызывает у нас особую озабоченность и тревогу. О тех фундаментальных угрозах, которые из года в год, шаг за шагом, грубо и бесцеремонно создаются безответственными политиками на Западе.
But, Mr. President, you can't deny what's happening as a result of members of your own military. I mean, are you saying you condone these acts of aggression, even against children?
И наоборот, все, что кажется им выгодным, преподносится как истина в последней инстанции. Продавливается любой ценой, хамски, всеми средствами. Несогласных ломают через колено. То, о чем сейчас говорю, касается не только России. И не только у нас вызывает озабоченность.
Wait a minute. You're saying the whole premise behind the invasion was simply because you guys were out of vodka?
сформированный США по своему образу и подобию, и весь он целиком и есть та самая империя лжи.
You're serious. Everyone thinks you're trying to restore the old Soviet Union, but in reality, you guys were just experiencing withdrawal? I mean, didn't you consider how the world would react for invading a sovereign nation?
Что касается военной сферы, то современная Россия даже после развала СССР и утраты значительной части его потенциала является сегодня одной из самых мощных ядерных держав мира. И более того, обладает определенными преимуществами в ряде новейших видов вооружений.
Okay, then. So, is there a possibility of seeking a peace deal with Ukrainian President Zelensky? Maybe over a bottle of vodka if we could find one?
В 2015-м применили вооруженные силы, чтобы поставить надежный заслон проникновению террористов из Сирии в Россию.
Quite an interesting revelation. Perhaps vodka can be a means to negotiate peace. Well, if you've been keeping up with the news lately, you'll be aware of the numerous reported train derailments, the most notable of which occurred in East Palestine, Ohio. Due to public outcry that multiple derailments is unacceptable, Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg has released a new plan to hopefully rectify this issue. After many meetings with the railroad unions about the prior strike attempt and now the derailments, the plan involves firing all current train conductors and replacing them with who he believes are more competent individuals. The Transportation Secretary apparently went to various online websites to recruit porn stars to fill the positions that he has now vacated. Qualifications for employment was determined by how many videos each actor or actress had that was associated with the word train. President Trump has donated funds to assist with the change from his 2024 campaign. And now we go to our daily jokester, Horace A. Dirty Word, to end our broadcast with a laugh. I stuck my head in a beehive once. I wasn't drunk. I was just buzzed. That was good. Well, that's our broadcast for today. Please join us again next time for more news at unspecified times. Good night, everyone.